Welcome to the Weekday Report for Monday, August 19th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. The Kenosha County Fair set a new attendance record over its 5-day run last week. The 104,989 people who attended the fair topped the 103,074 record set in 2000. That year, REO Speedwagon drew a large crowd to the grandstand. This year, Fair Secretary Joe Weidman said 5 days of nice weather and the demo derbies on Sunday brought people out to the grounds. A Holstein shown by Casey Lois was named the Dairy Supreme Champion at the fair on Friday. The 20-year-old Wheatland resident bought the Holstein named Sweetheart when he was a freshman at Central High School. Meanwhile, this year's Grand Champion steer, owned by recent Central graduate Christy Schneckloff, sold for $5,268 at Saturday's livestock auction. Longtime auction buyers David and Dora Yaris of Brighton paid $3.75 per pound for the 1,405-pound crossbred. A couple that was destined to collide tied the knot before Sunday's demolition derby at the fair. Jesse and Deb Aker, both truck demo derby lovers, were wed on the Wilmot Speedway track where they compete. After the festivities, they changed into their racing clothes and hopped into their bride and groom customized trucks to take part in the derby. On the opposite end of the county, the Harbor Park Jazz and Blues Festival drew a strong crowd for its 10th annual appearance on Kenosha's lakefront Saturday night. Organizer Tim Mahone said the concert, featuring jazz pianist David Benoit as the headliner, was a success. Proceeds benefit the Mary Lou and Arthur F. Mahone Fund, which has provided more than 160 students with college scholarships, as well as Jacob's Journey, an effort to support a 4-year-old from Twin Lakes who is battling brain and spinal cord cancer. Mud, muck, gunk, and goo, that's what volunteers from the Scout Leaders Rescue Squad dive team slogged through during a volunteer cleanup project at the Lincoln Park Lagoon Sunday morning. 4 members of the team donned hazmat scuba diving suits and waded into the lagoon to retrieve trash and assorted debris. They pulled out slimy bicycles, park benches, garbage cans, scooters, and a decades-old bus stop sign, among other objects. What's trending today? A push is underway in Seattle to raise that city's minimum wage to $15 an hour, up more than $5 from the current minimum in Washington state. In Wisconsin, the minimum wage remains the same as the federal standard, $7.25 per hour. What would you think of doubling that? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is Dave Marin with the Athlete of the Week.
Far and away, he was the best. I'm Kenosha News sports editor David Marin with the Athlete of the Week. Liam Donahue continued his string of success at the Washington Park Velodrome last week by winning the 19th annual Bob Farr Classic. Recently relocated to Boulder, Colorado, and in the area for a wedding, Donahue won the 150-lap test of endurance with 34 points in the race that featured sprints every 10 laps. The 29-year-old won his second consecutive Farr Classic to go with his Mayor's Cup championships of 2011 and 2012. Congratulations, Liam, the Kenosha News' Athlete of the Week.
Thanks, Dave. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Carthage College students who recently spent 2 weeks on a dinosaur bone dig in Montana will unpack their findings today at the Dinosaur Discovery Museum. James Lawson is checking that out. And the Kenosha Unified School Board is holding a special meeting tonight to talk class sizes and the preliminary budget for next year. Bill Guida will be there. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.